Oh boy. It's time to duel. Oh wait, no, that's Yu-Gi-Oh. My bad. No. But I'm not getting any audio. Strange enough. I think if I do this and then I just make sure it's there we go. So now I can hear things, at least. So if I smooch that on down there and just have that sitting there. Excellent. Okay. So we got that there. I'm gonna scooch this over a bit. Scooch that over a bit. All right, sweet. Got everything. Yay! The squeeze and the cute Thulu. So what's up, everybody? How's it going? We are going to be trying to make some. Like, I'm not super interested in doing the limited for now. I might do like 1 or 2 like sealed just to kind of see what's happening here. But first things first is I want to try and make a fairy deck.
You have 2 ranks.
Oh,
One for constructed.
yeah.
Your constructed
Can I
rank
turn
is
that off?
affected by Welcome to my humble home. Here's just a few of the many resources out there. It's jam-packed with expert information and strategy.
That's fine. That's just like a little like I can help kind of thing. It's like Clippy. It's like, get out of here. Get out of here, Clippy. Go to there. We go to here. Go to the lobby. All that stuff. Okay, so if we're doing like white, blue, black, I think we do that. We're trying to do like standard. I guess it's just standard like this now. White, blue, black. I thought that the new fairy. Huh. I guess that's just in Commander or something. There, yeah. So if I go into here, it's like what? Is it in Singleton? Is that the only thing that's available for it right now? No. I thought they were supposed to be like Fairy Flyer. Oh yeah, because we have to change this back to standard. Because if we come in here now, it should just be these, right? Yeah. So if we go with the throne here, we have what? Multicolor. Okay. Am I missing something? I thought there was supposed to be a fairy creature in this set where it was going to be like, oh, you get like all other flyers get +1 +0. That kind of throws a bit. So I thought it was like a mythic rare in the throne, because this is freaking nasty. This card right here, Questing Beast, Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste, can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage that will be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented. When it deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker. Like, holy crap! Did they try and go like, here, green, have at it. Also, don't think Galta is in there. Yeah, that was the old card. But I think if we go white, blue, black, we do this sort of tricolor here. And we do flying. So what I'm thinking is... yeah, like, we're probably going to be doing this, right? Like, I'm thinking this might be pretty okay. Like, I'm almost thinking that this might be... because the thing is, it's each player sacrifices a creature. Each player discards a card. I think this might actually be pretty good in my in like a very... like, each player discards a card. So if I already have like an empty hand and stuff, right? Because the thing is, I don't think black is really going to be needed in this new Azorus Flyers. Because I think after this, it's basically coming down to... we don't need just throw that in there. We need some 1-drops for sure. Spectral Sailor is pretty good. Like, I do like this for... the problem is it's a 3 cost for the counter. It's not that great. I almost feel like I'd rather have a counter, maybe. So do we want a Healer's Hawk as well? And then we do... is... aw. I wonder if that, because we basically need to have our mana curve fairly early. And the thing is, I think there's a lot of pretty harsh tribal. I feel like Essence Captures might be pretty good. in this, just because it is going to be something where it's like you gotta really try and trying to figure this out here. Let's look what we have in this, and then of course in here we're gonna make this the looker right there. Pumping up adventures. Really just the Brazen Borrower. So it's not really like, we could get other ones, but like the Hypnotic Sprite and everything, but we can only have 3 more right now, right? I think or it's the what was it called? It's in the Magic Core set. Hanged Executioner. Yeah, I really thought that there was like another Winged Words probably is also another one that we'd probably want to look into. Because the thing is, we need to draw cards, right? With the Fairy Vandal. I think if we were doing... more... Because I almost think you could do Warden if we wanted to do like full tilt. Like mid-range, more mid-rangey flyers. Because let's see, because it'd be like basically like turn 1, Healer's Hawk, Spectral Sailor, turn 2, either drop 2 more down or Hushbringer. We don't really have a 2-drop creature aside from Hushbringer though. Because I guess you'd be playing more 1-drops. Hopefully. And then going into that are holding the Essence Capture and Hanged Executioner. And of course endgame is so far as Skyblade. Because the Healer's Hawk is just in case if we're going up against stuff that's also equally as fast and we need to just try and gain that life. It's either that or we look for a 2-drop flyer. Doing a new Angel deck would be interesting. I don't think there's a new Angel in the set though. Nope. No angels. Well, we got that. We'll try this out and see what it looks like. There's really not a whole lot of... the, also 12 and 12. We get in here. Oh, I don't have the... Oh, fine. 12 there, 12 here. And then we come in here and we get our... I think we just do that and that's it, because we don't really need much else. There. So we'll try this at least to start, get our feet wet. See what we can do here. If not, there was another... there was a couple other things that I was looking at. I can't remember if I actually tweeted it out or not. No, I didn't. Didn't save that. Shoot. Dario Platois. Platauta. So we're gonna probably be looking at knights here. Oh boy. Okay. Hello. Ah, shoot. No, no, can I undo that? Can't believe I've done this. Well, if I just get the Empoleon Eagle, I think I can also drop 2 lands, I think, in favor of maybe some type of counter. Yeah. Definitely went on that. Jeez. I think what we have to do here yeah, because see, this is what's going to be happening, right? Yeah. All right. Of course. But I do like this. We'll see if we can actually get yeah. So, okay, so what we'll do here, we'll return this guy. Back to the hand with you. 3, 4, 5, 6. So close. This wasn't that bad, actually. If we... So we're... Oh, okay. Okay. But if we actually had... Whatever. Yeah, it's fine. So we come back to here. We take 1, 2 out. So I think we can go... We're really low on the mana curve here. What would be really good for us? To... God's willing, I guess, maybe? Let's look at just in the new set. Let's just see... Well, let's just see in the new set. Let's just see if there's anything in here that we can add to this to try and... So I guess that's like... Eh. Because we need something that's very low costing. So I'm thinking it's either going to be Righteousness, might be pretty good. So that would give me at least a 2. Discard 2 cards. Just to its owner's hand. And that's a discard 2 cards thing. I'm not really thinking that we need to do too much. That would be interesting in a reanimation deck. Trying to see what we can do here. Also, man, it is just all quiet. Like, yeah, everybody's doing their own thing today. It'll be fun. Everybody who's watching the VODs, hi, how's it going? We'll go ahead and throw in that. It's for you guys right there. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube or on Twitch or anywhere, please throw up a like or a love. Something to let me know that you're watching. We do have some ops that we could possibly throw in here. I am interested in still just trying to do the fairy deck, right? I feel like we could try and just throw in the 2 ops right there. So we can try and do that, and then real quick, since we were actually really trying to do this. We're gonna do that. We do the fairy miscreants. I don't think we need the vandals. So I feel like that could maybe be something. Because the thing is, there are, yeah, the 1, 2, 3. I don't feel like this has to be in a fairy deck though. I feel like it's try and also throw in the Fairy Vandal. We're just gonna throw in 2 of those. 3 of those. 4 of these guys. Proliferate. Ooh. We're gonna make this just straight standard. We're at that much. So now we need Winged Worlds. We need some good old counter. Or it's like what, chosen type. Gonna need those for sure. Okay. I feel like we can still throw Safari in there just to give all these guys indestructible. Because we have, what, yeah. We're just gonna have like 20 lands in here because the curve is so low. And white, blue, right? I'm thinking of either radical idea here. Depose and deploy isn't really that bad. Because then we have the options at least here. Even if we're making a Thopter, it's fine, but gaining the life for each creature you control. Or no, what was that? It was an artifact, right? Well, of course, Deputy of Detention might also be really nice. Oh, I have to include that. What the heck was that? Cost 2. I guess it's just white. There, your glass casket. Because we have these draws here. We have draws with Winged Words. Icon of Ancestry to bring out. Stolen by Fae. I almost feel like we could do 2 glass caskets and 2 depose and deploys. So now, if we get to do this, we do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's it. I feel like this could possibly be something where we're drawing with ops. We're drawing with the depose. We could draw with winged words too, and then have that. So the big thing is trying to gain life as well. I don't know if the sprite is really gonna be that big of a deal. I guess the big thing here is that you want to be able to do the adventure cost for all these, right? So say you get a miscreant out, you get a hushbringer out, and then turn 3, we can either do... I guess it really depends on all of that. And then what is this? I feel like that would be pretty decent in a more control-ish deck. I feel like God's Willing might be something to sub for that, but since we're going for a full fairy deck, and Saphira's Sky's Blade is kind of like our... It's gonna delete that. We're getting out of here. We're trying to play fun. We're trying to figure out some good decks to play. We're gonna try and just build decks that are super fun. And attempting to try and do. Yeah, we can do this. Ooh. Paid 2 life for that. I almost feel like there's better cards to get at this point. That actually would have been pretty nice. If I just kept it there, drew it, and then drew Fairy Miscreant on my turn, and just went Fairy Miscreant, Fairy Miscreant. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this. Of course. I needed to play that out. That was definitely a mistake. For some reason, I thought like I already had planes out. Man. Red, white.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Karaku, hey, thanks for the host, man.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Thank you. So I guess we can just do Hushbringer into Fairy Miscreant. Excuse me.
Here goes nothing.
And then here's where we'll try and kill the Teferi. I almost feel like we might need to do more counters in here, maybe. Is this creature too? Yeah. It is a creature. Nakazutai, thank you.
Hey, that was uncalled for.
I guess, do we just go ahead and throw the borrower down? I wish it was X or less. I guess the other thing too is that it is, yeah, it's not like a non-land permanent. Uh-huh. Stolen by Fae with... And that is a sorcery though, so it's kind of like, eh. But that, plus that.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
I guess I should have also just played the borrower out. I guess I was just trying to see if they were going to try and play something now, like a big-ish creature. Like, play a 3-cost creature, that'd be fantastic.
I won't let you win.
It's like I almost feel like we have to throw down this borrower too. We'll just do this and we'll see what they have up their sleeve. Whee! Hello! Oop, that shadow kind of stuck right there. Deafening Clarion.
Don't worry, I got this.
If it's gonna be like this, I'm just gonna go ahead and peace out. Yeah, so going up against more control-y decks, that would definitely be something where we'd have to sideboard in more like negates, and so like the one where it's like counter target spell that convert a mana cost 3 or less, we would sub that in for negates, and then yeah, I think this is okay. So we'll do this. Yes. Ooh. So we shall see. If this guy will probably play another what? Well, we shall try. Shock. Okay. Well, I was gonna die anyway, yeah, I guess. Yeah, well, I guess Winged Words has to happen here. Jeez. Can I get a land? I know we only have 20, but jeez. Do we have to go up to 22? Oh, it's this new Cavaclade. We have to toss that back and hope for a land. Eh. We would take 2 of the glass caskets down for the lands. We'll try one more game, I think, without really changing too much, because I don't want to do like an overreaction to it or anything. Don't even really have the right hand for this. And we can try this. Where we toss back Safara for now. So we have enough of those currently. Because everybody I think is basically playing night decks, right? So they're going to have to exile a card. So they'll probably either toss back the Borrower. They'll probably toss back the Borrower. Spectre Shriek would be pretty good for, what's it, the chick that does like this guy's basically going to be counting on me. this other Vandal out. This is nice. I'm gonna throw this other Miscreant out. Also nice. I mean, sure. I only need one out. Okay. We got one win with it that way. Choo-choo-choo. I feel like that's not good enough for us. Do only 1 and 2 drops here. I almost feel like either God's willing. Moment of Heroism is okay-ish. Try and really get in there. I guess Rally of Wings. Because I almost feel like if it is going to be that crazy of a... Because the crazy thing that was good about like the old fairy deck that I used to run is that there were so many flash fairies. Oh, look at that. We can keep this. Yes. Because there's enough. So I could either do the Vandal. Is this guy going to be a new Simic deck? Alright. Their temple. Kind of feel like Oh boy. Kinda need this. Excellent. No land though, jeez. I guess we do need at least going down to the 20 lands or whatever it was. I think that was good in that mono black aggro, because what happened with that is that you would generate mana from the Priest of the Forgotten Gods, and that I think allowed it to go down that far. But I think right now, I think we're too low on the mana curve for sure. See what we can get here, because we basically just need Icon of Ancestry down, and then we can really start dealing some crazy. Okay. Hey. I wonder if doing Wilderness Reclamation would do a Simic or Bant deck with this. And do this in a way where it's like more rampy. Because then the Stolen by Fae. Because I don't have enough land to really merit this. Do we wait until their turn to do that? I was gonna do something at the end of my turn. So I'm hoping that he taps himself out here. Then we can do Brazen.
Wonders.
here's where we need to do. So can I bounce one of those up? I guess it just depends if... So maybe we do... Oh, here we go. Do they have some crazy, insane combo coming ahead? All right. What is that? So, we do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I guess we win, maybe. Oh, oops. I probably should have just swung. One, two, three, four. Guess we toss that back for now. Okay. So he gets to do all that stuff. Alright, cool. I was feeling like that was going to be much, much crazier. Also, for anybody who is interested in winning any booster packs at all, you can just type raffle to join. So now that we kind of got to mess around with that a little bit, I know there's the night decks and stuff out there. I know that's like pretty uppity, but this was also something that I was interested in wanting to look into. The new standard. Should have all the stuff in here for artifacts, right? Here we go. Good old Steel Overseers, right? I know black, blue, white maybe are going to be our best options here. I think we have to do all those for the Tesseract. I definitely want to be Creatures and planeswalker spells you cast have affinity for artifacts. Alright. I think that would be pretty nice there. Do we do any of the Golos stuff here, where if we do rainbows? We do rainbow artifacts? Where was... We have 3 of those. Or in exile. Because I want to try and generate as much as I can from Saheli. Either pump them up with the Overseers. We'll also need to see if we can actually do any sort of... What's going to be like a good little bit of ramp going on here? Probably Gilded Goose, maybe? Either that or just Paradise Druid. Thing is, we do want to have plenty of non-creature spells as well, right? Because I guess there were some more stuff in here with, there were going to be a fair bit. The legendary artifact, okay. That might be good. Yeah, Thought Erasure, Witching Well, yeah. I'm thinking some of that, yeah, might be pretty good, real. Let's see, yeah, it's the Witching Well, right? Yeah, we're trying to make just full-on artifact. Mm-hmm. Because it's just non-creature spells that we're trying to get for that. We might want to actually have 4 of those just to make sure we actually get them. Well, still Seer. Because we're also thinking of maybe doing Golos, but I think that's a little bit too control-y when we're actually trying to just get Tezzeret out there. Karen's going to be pretty good. I don't know if we're trying... Because I think what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get a ton of artifacts out with Steel Overseer. Along with Saheli. I don't think we need the chromatic lanterns anymore for this. If we're trying to just pump out a ton to get a Tezzeret in there. Because Dance of the Mans is going to be pretty good too. If we want to just keep looking for this artifact. So I think if we just keep it 3 colors. Take that out. If we go ahead and grab that. Corridor Monitor is going to be pretty good, like Steel Overseer, go in there, tap stuff, and then Corridor Monitor. The thing is, it won't really proc with the heli. So we might actually need to do some type of the white thing. What were you saying? I think Glass Casket? Oh, okay, yeah. So I think with Glass Casket anyways, that is... I guess that would kind of like help out with that a little bit too. That'll also help with the early sort of ramp. We are trying to do basically like as protection-y as we can when we're first starting out. Draw 2 cards, because then, you know, Dance of the Mans might work with that too. Creatures and Penny Market Special Control. So if we go ahead and do something like this, I'm just looking in the new set right now. Of course, Murderous Rider's just going to be in like every black deck ever for sure. We'll just do that. Is there anything in here? I know Grand Arbiter is pretty okay. We can put 3 of those in, I think. Because as far as with Karn, I'm thinking like creature and planeswalker spells you cast have affinity for artifacts. So I think if we have Karn and we pull that out, it's also okay, it's just a planeswalker, it's not also an artifact, including its type. Maybe an Ugin or something. Feels like you might want to have the pass with the Tez affinity, yeah. So Ugin, yeah. Since that is colorless spells. So Karn would work for that. I guess nothing really else for now. Or the Serpent, yeah. Where it's just, it costs X, right? Let's see. So what if we take out Dovin? We put in Ugin. And, no. What is the artifact that is... It's not a planeswalker, costs 6, right? Cancel. God's Pharaoh statue, right? So that's just annoying as heck. Yeah. So if we do like 4 of those, so we get Ugin out, we have Tezzeret out. So we have Witching Wells to play, Glass Caskets to try and curb the early game stuff. Then we get Steel Overseers. And with Saheli, the thing is, we don't really have a whole lot of draw in here. I feel like we're getting a little bit heavy in the late game. I almost feel like if we do... Like, do we actually need to do... I don't feel like this has like a very good sort of tempo to it, right? Because I also like Masterful Replication for that too, right? For this. That's an M20. Because like do Masterful Replication where it's... Instead of relying, I guess, maybe on the dealing X damage to a whole mess of things. And instead of doing the Steel Overseer and the Corridor Monitor, I think statue better outside from Karn. Do you think God's Pharaoh statue? Artifact you already... Because I mean, like with the God's Pharaoh statue, the nice thing about it in here is that I'm thinking sideboard, do Meteor Golem. Destroy target non-land permanent. Because this is nice if we're trying to do Dance of the Mans. Because the other thing that I'm thinking of, right, is if we do, let's just say we get a bunch of little 1/1s out, and then what was it? Is it in here? Or here? So the end game would be something like this, right? Masterful Replication. So instead of doing Steel Overseers here and Corridor Monitors, we basically have like draw rampy sort of stuff. And then instead of Dance of the Mans, we get we basically get Cairn out with a whole little 1/1s. We try and get God's Pharaoh statue out to where it can become a 6/6 because until your next turn, up to one target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to its converted mana cost. So this could be a 6/6, and then if we have a ton of little 1/1s out, right, from Saheli, we then do Masterful Replication where choose target artifact you can control the 6/6 God's Pharaoh statue. Each other artifact you control becomes a copy of that artifact until end of turn, and just swing with a crap ton of 6/6. And then the other thing too is that if you have God's Pharaoh statue at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses 1 life. So if we have a bunch of little 1/1s and God's Pharaoh statues that are out, plus like we can also have. So I'm almost thinking instead of Zerging with the Steel Overseer, but I think Legendary Claws will kill statue copies. I guess so. Yeah, that's true. So I guess doing the Zerg thing first, plus like we want to be able to do the affinity and everything else, right? So I guess instead of God's Pharaoh statue, if you're saying what I think you're saying, so we take the God's Pharaoh statue out. We instead put the God's Pharaoh statue in the sideboard, and then do oh, okay. There we go. Meteor Golem in instead. Because I almost feel like instead of trying to do Golem is fine and SB2 doesn't hurt to have removal option there. Yeah, I agree. I feel like instead of the Corridor Monitor, we can do something as simple as just like an opt. That's for each creature you control, the depose and deploy. Having that deploy option is pretty good. Because the other thing with Corridor Monitor would be something like if we had mana ramp instead of Monitor, maybe Vantress Guardian. So you're thinking the Gargoyle, this one right here? So I can't swing unless they have 7 or more cards in their graveyard. Can't block unless you have 4 or more cards in hand. I put the top card of the library into their graveyard. Yeah. And it's just an artifact creature. So I think if we do that, and then if we do... Masterful Replication. I'm trying to think if we do... It's legendary. That's not legendary. I also think one of the black and blue castles can't hurt. Yeah. You're talking about like the lands and stuff, right? That. Unless you control an island. And then what is it? The Witch's Cottage? 3 or 4 other swamps or this castle. I guess, yeah, because we don't really have a whole lot of draws in here. We don't have a whole lot of swamps either. Lochthwain, yeah. So if we do maybe just instead of, but the problem is like it comes into play tapped unless you control swamp. We could do Emery maybe as an option to get Man's Fuel. This is true. We could maybe take one of the Tezzeret's out because it is legendary and it does cost 6. So if we just throw that in there for now and then maybe take out Casket and a Gargoyle. And then now we have 3 of those. Yeah, I agree. 4 Tiz seems too high. Yeah. So now we at least have something where we have a bit more of a curve. The other thing that I'm trying to figure out too, yeah, is for the draw. We can at least do these though. We can do 2 castles. We can do 3 of these castles. Eternity Cauldron from SB, maybe also Karn can make it a 12-12. Yeah. Definitely playing all the styles. And then of course the dual lands. I think what we can go ahead and do here is our look here is primarily blue. So as long as we get lands with blue in them, as well as I don't think we really have to go super deep into this. And then we need... Is this just... Oh, yeah. I don't really think we need to have the... Because we're just mainly splashing black in here, right? We can do the 4 Watery Graves, black-white, I guess. For the shrine here. But that way. And then eternity. Cauldron, yeah, or even a temple for Scry, yeah. The Cauldron of Eternity. With the legendary artifact. Fabled Passage, not bad either to fix mana. Yeah. Do that where we don't have any more planes though. It would basically be just for the islands. Because these aren't basic lands. Just have 2 of those. So that way I could search either for the swamp or the plains. And then with the cauldron here. We just do that one time. Take like a... I feel like we need 4 of a Saheli. Because I feel like she's going to just get wrecked pretty quick. I almost think we can just take out 1 Witching Well and throw in 1 Cauldron. Just to have 1. Because then... that could get tossed back, right? Yeah, or put into the graveyard. But then that's 12 though, right? Because the thing is getting that out. Because as far as creature cards, we don't have that many. Basically Steel Overseer, the Gargoyle. That's it, right? Not really a whole lot going on there. I almost feel like we don't really need it so much. Because I feel like that's going to be great for like Golgari. That's for sure. I'd put it side, not main, yeah. Is there a way to like move this over to the sideboard in the other like view? I don't really know. Like that's the only way I know. Yeah, card gives you options from the side. Silver bullets, yeah. Are you talking about the other card? Because I'm trying to make this standard. Ooh, maybe we can do the Masterful Replication one time. And then we can also just toss in... yeah, so what we can do here is we can just look up Artifact now for other things that we can throw in there. We can literally throw in a Parthenon. Blood-soaked altar. Talisman also not that bad. I feel like it's alright, but the only problem with this though is just for your opponent, right? Karn doesn't let opponent tutor from Talisman. This is true. We could throw in the... Instead of the glass casket, we throw in the Talisman. And then the sideboard, if we need one, I guess. We can throw one in there. I feel like the sideboard too is we can throw in a manifold key just so we can get a creature that's unblockable if we need it. There's also, yeah, the X, right? Stone coil, just in case we need a protection from monocolored from something, plus the reach. Starting to feel a little bit okay with this. Spyglass for pesky planeswalker or something. Not that one. I thought I made this yeah, standard. Thought I couldn't add that in there. Like, can I? Oh, because it's just a reprint. That's why. I just saw that and I was just like, wait a minute, you can't do that. You can't do it. So we have a kind of a turn one play if we need to scry, plus you know, that could work with Saheli. Gargoyle to get like a big old creature once we can maybe get stuff in there. Or more cards in their graveyard, so maybe. The only thing with the gargoyle right here that I'm not super feeling is that I feel like this might be a little bit too slow, and so many decks out there are so incredibly fast right now. I almost feel like, do you want any ramp? 10 spells costing 6+ mana. Well, does this count in? So this counts like in there, right? 4, 7, 10, yeah, 11. I guess this is also another thing, yeah. Well, Gargoyle is at least a strong early blocker. Well, the problem with the, yeah, so that's true. Yeah, pretty strong early blocker. And then I guess I'm also trying to just really hold out on Steel Overseer. Emery. I'm basically really leaning on getting Stahili out early. So I almost feel like we need to curve this down a bit. Because I don't think we need Ugin anymore. I know that, but like, it can like help with getting the cards out, but I don't think we're actually really needing this for the colorless spells. Midnight Clock for ramp, since not the Lantern God's Golos plan. I think one Ugin is fine, yeah. Need some kind of Tez payoffs, I feel, yeah. Are you saying the Tez pays off? payoff for his plus one or his ultimate, his -8. Because I'm thinking that, let's see, Anugen fits that, man. Yeah. All artifact cards, man. Yeah, his affinity for it too, yeah. So, do we think 2 midnight clocks? We're starting to get, yeah, we're still a little bit heavy on here, but we're not really getting anything in the 4 or 5 drops, right? I almost feel like Masterful Replication doesn't really need to be in there as much anymore, because we're not really trying to focus on having one big massive one and then making it. Almost feel like we can get something else with like a draw mechanic, either the we could just go with the good old classic Chemister's Insight, or we do Drawn from Dreams. Because with Chemister's Insight, we could be able to also discard a card in order for Emery to work, as well as something for Dance the Manse. So I almost feel like just plopping one in here. We have that little extra little tick up into the 4-drop. Plus it would work with Saheeli. I think this is a good thing to at least start off. I like Drawn a lot. Never considered an Insight, but not a bad idea either. Yeah. Because you get to look for more here, but you still only get to pull 2. Whereas this one, you'll get to pull 4 total throughout the course of the use of this card. And then, yeah, if we have Dance the Manse out here, that could work. Like, let's just say, yeah, wasn't there also another card for X costs less than or something like that? But no. So I think what we'll go ahead and do is we'll just look at this. Okay, all right, well, let's go ahead and see where the holes are. The best way to do that is to play. Also, Real, if you are also doing the pre-release at all, for anybody who... No, I didn't want to do that. That was the fairy deck that I kind of messed around with. Cancel! Ah, all right, fine. But we'll just do one quick one with the fairy deck that I'm looking at. Okay. I don't feel like this is too great. I think we just have to really opt into here. But I'm actually trying to build a fairy deck. I thought there was like the fairy like creature or something like that. Or we need lands. We need to at least get to 3. Got our Stolen by Fae right here too. So we do this. They'll sack, bring in a lamp. Yeah, because we'll do Fairy Vandal on their turn. And then we can actually do like an opt if we need to. Fairy Vandal. That'll come into play. He might have a shock. Maybe. Pew pew. Okay. Ooh, a giant deck? Maybe? Gruul Giant. I guess we gotta do this. We need... I feel like we need land. That works. Let me start with this. Unfortunately, no early access for me. Just noticed someone building an artifact list on stream and couldn't resist chiming in because I plan to build the upcoming stand. Oh. Yep. So we need one more, or two, I guess 2 more lands for that, actually. And then, I guess, do we do... I think we have to start getting some creatures out. Or do we just do Icon first? I guess we go ahead and just do Icon first. And yes, they will swing in for 4 right here, which is going to suck, but... Ooh, okay. I think we can risk a Winged Words here. Now we get to at least do this. And then we get to... yeah, swing in for 2. And then we'll get to do... your library. Okay, that's fine. Play an additional land. So sorry I kind of got queued up into this, but I didn't want to just hop out right away. It's fine, but boop! Aha! But yeah, see, so this is a little bit of a glitch here. So like the shadow from this guy. We get to do this now. So now I guess what we can do here is do a single sprite. And then we have the option to counter or throw out another creature. Iron Crag incoming. Chandra is also another one. But the thing is, you can only cast 1 more spell this turn, right? So Paradise Druid is coming out. That's fine. Do all the ramp you want. Ooh. And that's just when it attacks, though. So. So we have that. And then we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, right. Not enough. We need 3 more lands. I guess opt. That works. So now, if we go ahead and play this out. nobody expects. I wanted that, yeah. So, yeah, go past that. So that's just the one non-fairy creature that's in here. But I have a feeling that he has something to remove this guy.
If you haven't heard of me, then get ready to meet my flames.
Yep. I mean, if they do this.
Check out these fireworks.
Although, I think if he gets to swing, he gets to kill that, and then they all die, right? So that Drakuseth did it. Yeah. Oops. So it's 1, 2. Yeah. Yep. All right. So now onto the artifact deck. Yeah. That was a tough board to clear, but because he had the Drakuseth thingy, whatever. So. But yeah, Real, thanks for coming in and chiming in, man. I really do appreciate it. It seems like all the big streamers are kind of soaking up all the early access people. So if you are you actually playing at all? I guess we can do Fabled Passage. And just get an island. Nah, I'm just watching streams before bed. But you do actually play the game, right? Yeah, Magic Arena? Do we throw down the gargoyle now, or do we try and do the shrine? Getting my last games in with current artifact deck before rotation. Nice. Put Witching Well down for now. We definitely need that. We don't really have enough. For the Chemist's Insight, we just need more land before we could really do anything. We'll do that. Damn, I need to get on this level. Where can I get into the early access events? Hey man, you just gotta keep streaming and stuff like that. But since we already have the 2 people here, Real Shimga, thank you for helping us out with the stream and stuff. For all that. Here, I just went ahead and PM'd you real quick. That's a code for Throne of Eldraine, and then of course 13th Bomberman. Of course, I gotta hit you up with that too. Boop 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 boop. There you go, dude. Get some free packs all up in there. I guess for now we can just do the gargoyle. And then I can't do Emery yet, because if I do that, I won't have 4 cards. And then he won't be able to block. I think what we can do here is we could at least like block die with the gargoyle. And thanks. And the gargoyle and get Emery, I think. Yeah. Good old Gilded Geese. this, like, there's a green-blue deck that I'm really interested in checking out. Is that Yorvo? Jesus. At least he doesn't have trample. Woo! I think we're gonna go ahead and get out of this one. Just because this one was just way too slow. We pulled all of, like, our later game legendary stuff. I just joined the MTGA social club. Looks like a great community. Thanks a million, Brandon. Of course, man. And then for anybody else who's just checking out into the stream, we do have, I'll just go ahead and open it again. We have a giveaway. Whether if you want an M20 or Eldraine booster packs, you just type in raffle to join. I feel like we keep it for now. I almost feel like Scully is just getting me wrecked right now. Out of the Epic Legions. And then if you do end up going to bed at all, and I do the drawing and everything, you can go ahead and I'll just PM you the card packs and stuff. So you're always encouraged to just hang out and chill. Also, yeah, since you're new to the channel, I also have this right down here. This is something where I am actually kind of like proud of being able to do this, and I wish I could bust this out more often, but the problem is like, no, oh real, yeah, thanks for following. And then of course my zoom in. It's an instant, right? Yeah. Thrill of possibility. So what you gonna do? Yeah, it's like I gotta read this whole thing real quick. So we'll have, let's see, so we currently have 7, so we could go down to 5. That's fine. He also only has 2. Whoa, what? Pervious Great Worm. That's an interesting card to go with. So we could just at least do this to start. Get Saheli out.
Prepare to marvel at my master.
And then that's it for now. So now, at least at the end of their turn, I can at least start dumping cards into their graveyard. All right. Maybe they have a cauldron or something to reanimate it. Yeah, it's probably going to be something like that. It's 16/16 indestructible, right? So I still almost feel like, or scoop, yeah. I know, right? Scoop always works. this is terrible. This is better. Almost feel like we can toss back Ujin. Because I want to actually... have 2 of these Overseers. And I feel like drawing into Ujin is fine. We just need to really make sure we don't get screwed over for mana at all. Because we can do Watery Grave and the Council Vantress. See, this is going to be the thing that is going to be tough to go up against. Is so many of these decks are so fast. If we don't get something to combat against all these really early, like quick early game insanity things. Because this is the next deck that I wanted to look into, is doing basically your typical Gilded Goose, Oko, Thief of Crown stuff. Because now you can make that a 3/3.
I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me. Let's broaden your existence.
Yeah. So now if we just go ahead and do Steel Overseer, because it doesn't have flying or anything else anymore. It's literally just a 3/3. Which is kind of weird to do on the Goose, though, because like there's so many other things that you want to be able to do. Create food tokens, but I think I saw somebody do this deck like earlier. Yeah.
It's not poisoned. Trust me.
Yeah. So no, nothing here. None of that yet. So now what we can do is the next Overseer. And then we can do a witching well. I feel like we can go into the Godless Shrine because maybe we can get Tesseract. Vantress, we might be able to. Oh. So, Tezzeret or... Yeah, Tezzeret, that's fine. Well, we have more. Alright. How rude. Okay, so this is where Oko is going to be pumping these guys up pretty high. Especially getting the zombie army up. So I'd probably do the zombie army first. But that's also a problem. He could just do that with the Steel Overseer right now. Because that's what I would do. Yeah. I gotta try and at least pump up my Overseer.
Fairness. What a bizarre
yeah, yeah.
expectation.
Nothing here, because then these are pretty much like just counteracting each other for now. I have 2 in the graveyard. That Planeswalker is money. Oh yeah, of course. Like this archetype is going to be pretty high up there, along with the Knights. Last turn, yeah. Because the thing is, like, yeah. That's brutal right there too. That is Inquisitive Puppet. Yeah.
Your new look is
But then it's also
enchanting.
just a... some number of gold and fin cheap removal or something, yeah. Because I feel like if we really want to... Because this is the thing that I'm thinking of. If we do like Steel Overseer's Gargoyles. Here, so let's go ahead and rework this. Because I think if we're really trying to go like, since so many of these decks are really, really fast, what I'm thinking, maybe, just maybe, with this, so what's our white in here? Dance of the Manse? Let's just go ahead and cut the Meteor Golems. Let's cut the Ujins. Let's like reduce this down to 2. Karns are okay. Chemistry Insights, Sahili, Midnight Clocks. No. Memory of the Liquor of Loch. No, because I think what we're going to do here is we're going to get there with the dance. Wishclaw Talisman is going to go well with Karn, as well as pumping up with that. I think we have to get that Vantress Gargoyle. Instead of the Witching Will, I think we just go ahead. Oops. And we need to get stuff like, it's going to be like some early... Golem Death belongs inside at least. Yeah. Like we can definitely put in, yeah, the... Yeah. Yeah, we can do that at least. We need Saheli triggers, yeah. So I'm thinking, like, basically what we need to do is have the whole early game. We need to be able to also fill our hands board wipe cards. I don't think we really need board wipes if we're really trying to get Steel Overseers plus Sahelis. If this is kind of like our... And this is kind of like our bomb, like, pop him down, destroy him with just the +2. Right? Because we'd be generating a lot of stuff with the, like, say, but just keep looking at some of our draw mechanic stuff here that can really help us out. Because you can always go for a good old opt. Nothing's wrong with opt. These don't have, yeah, counters on it at all, so proliferating won't really be doing anything here. What I'm thinking here, I guess like Midnight Clock if we really want to. Because it is a little bit of a ramp to try and get us into Tezzeret. Plus if we get Dance of the Manse, right? Because the thing is, we need to be able to keep drawing with our to be able to block. But we also maybe want to look into graveyard stuff. Don't want reds. Why is red in here? Because there are good old drowned secrets, right? Few of those out there. Get the ops, gargoyles, Sahelis, chemistry insights, Tezzeret, all that stuff. Helps mill enough down here where we can start attacking him with the gargoyle. Maybe. Because that also would prompt, yeah, with ops, Sahelis. The other thing is, it is a low costing card, which is kind of what we want. Maybe. Because right now, all that it's really doing is basically a big old blocker. Which is helping us, right? Or we could also get stuff that's like this, right? Where even though this isn't an artifact or anything, just to be able to return target non-land permanent and then also be able to just have a flash flyer. I mean, I hate him, but we are an Espear Teferi, yeah. I mean, yeah, we could. You got them Teferis. Bouncing stuff. Isn't really too bad. Because... stuff like arresters and everything too, even though it is a common. Unsummons would also be pretty interesting, but doing a target non-land permanent might help. Runaway togethers. I really wish sleep was still here. Right? It's just charm sleep or sleep paralysis now, right? I think we went into more big creatures. We'd have that, right? But since it's just kind of like an overall just mass, we don't want to like kill our own stuff. Yeah, we are Esper. Good old thoughts. We have the shrines. We have enough, I think, to be able to merit this. Need man's things. Not seeing much at the moment. Yeah, that's true. If we want to make that happen or work. Because I think the big thing for this, though, is that we're trying to rely on massing things, right? As opposed to just the Steel Overseer, the Wishing Claw, Gargoyle. Also, mana would need work to get Erasure on time. Well, we're doing okay. I mean, we do have 4 Godless Shrines. We have 4 Watery Graves. We have the Plains. We have the Hallowed Fountains and stuff, so... But yeah, we would need it on turn 2. For it to really help anyways. Good old Disfigure, though. Just for that. Destroy small creatures and stuff. I almost feel like we can just... We could run those. Right? I feel like Dance the Manse is unfortunately not really going to do it for us in here. I wanted to try and see if we could make that work. Right? So I'm also just trying to see, like, is this... Yeah, because I'm trying to see if it would work. This would be interesting, yeah, if we did, yeah. Like, white, blue, yeah. So I'm just going to do Artifact, and all I'm going to do is just do Mythic Rare and Rare, just to see what we have here, right? We have Bolas Citadel, right? We could do 2 of these instead. We'd probably have to finagle our mana a bit more. Emery. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I had the filter on, I think. We don't need this as much. We could probably just throw 1 or 2 of those in there, depending on what we need. Yeah, if we go back to our deck in here, we go here, we go toss that out. Yeah, Mance needs Emery. Let's see, so this is the... There, yeah. Well... We'll take this out. We might try a different variant where we do dance and take out... Maybe only have, like, yeah, the 2 Tezzerets in there. I think we do one more Karn, and then one more Wish Claw. Why is that not? That's not working. I'm not sure I like Citadel main unless we are just... Citadel? But we didn't have Citadel in here. We put Citadel in the sideboard. One claw inside, I think, is doing that. Ah, yes. Thank you. There we go. I was wondering. I was like, I die. But it's fine, yeah. Because now we'll have the Karns that'll hopefully cancel out the Talisman. Because we have the draws, we have the disfigures that'll also go with Sahili, as well as fairies, all that other stuff. So this is the more like artifact swarm, and then we can do like an artifact control deck where we do Emery as well as the and we'll just create this real quick. So Emery, and then we're gonna go ahead and do that right. Maybe we'll do 3 of those, and then we'll look up artifacts and stuff, right? Just artifacts in general. 1 claw inside. Yeah, okay. So I didn't miss any of that. So what we can do here is we'll do Glass Casket to get in there. I think the Mance Emery is a totally separate deck. Yeah. I think we could put the Gargoyle in to be a blocker, right? Because we're going to be more control-y, so we're going to be doing a lot more sort of like or just I'll just throw Opt in here, yeah. Like this is where Witching Well belongs, yeah. I agree. I think Opts are going to be good here. I think Witching Wells are going to be good in here, and then just make that standard. So then, yeah, Dance of the Mance. Basically, it's trying to just stall until we do this for 6. And then the we could do this because it also helps us ramp a little bit. We probably put in like maybe 3 of those. We don't need 4, I don't think. Yeah, Time Wipe, yeah, would be good. Don't think we really need too much more than that. Here, what do we have? Yeah, Clock is probably pretty solid. Just interested to see what we have here. We just have that just for the flavor for this set. Mystic Forge seems to be pretty nice. So if we do that, right? And then just good old, like, just Teferi. It writes itself, I think. Right here. Now we gotta do our lands. Get our rare ones in here. We do. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think. Yeah, we can do Fabled Passages as well. Yep, just because I can't stand them doesn't mean I'm not playing them blue-white. Well, yeah, of course, yeah. So this one's going to be... Yeah, we'll have Emery for this one, so we know for sure. Defects. There we go. But since it has been a little bit, we're going to go ahead and just remind anybody, if you are interested, we are doing a raffle for everybody right now. So if we... if anybody is interested in winning either 2 packs for the new set or 2 packs of M20, whichever one that you feel like you really want or need right now. Right Castle, I think, works too. Yeah. Just throw those in there. So then we have 8 planes to pull for Fabled Passages and stuff. Just get little blockers and everything, because we are trying to be a bit control-y. So Glass Casket and Gargoyle are going to help us early games. Ops are going to help us to draw, as well as to ferry. Midnight Clock's going to help us to ramp. Emery's going to help us to toss more artifacts into the graveyard. Mystic Forge is basically going to help us play any, whether the Witching Well, Glass Casket, Gargoyles. Just interested to see what we have here for the rares and mythic rares for number of cards equal to the number of cards in their hand from the top of their library into their graveyard. Oh, there it is, folio. So we could probably do 2 glass caskets and then put in 2 folios instead. There's also Magic Mirror, which would be crazy with Mystic Forge. We could try and throw that in one time. Just one of these. Because how many instants and sorceries cards in the graveyard? We only have 10. Not much to reduce cost though. Yeah, maybe as a one of. That's what I was thinking, just doing a one of. Maybe. Because we have the 10 there. What I'm thinking is if we do take out 1 Mystic Forge and have 1 Magic Mirror, just to have the one ofs. Because then with the Magic Mirror, that kind of works with Folio a little bit, right? Or if I keep drawing X cards and stuff, and I'm... The thing is, it's each player, so do we really need this feels like a more of a mill one rather than something to really kind of control. I just don't really know. Really? Just don't have anything else on there? Like, oh, I guess like herp derp. I had it where it was the colors anyways. So let's see. I'm just gonna take off uncommon for now, just to see what we have here. Yeah, I'd use it for more mill than anything else in this deck. Because it's each opponent, right? Because what I'm thinking here is that just not sure if Emery and Gargoyle is enough mill. No idea, honestly. For Emery. Take out Folio and put in Stone Coil. Just to have it. We're not going to be super rampy or anything, but even if it's just like a turn 5, you get a 5/5 reach trample, right? Gargoyle also mills for 1. That is true. It's, the protection from multicolored is really nice. Serpent just plain good, yeah. I wonder if we should do 2 of, or I guess Glass Casket is good just because like this isn't really going to be that great until later. So I wonder if we should just do take all of this stuff out. There. Should we do a Prison Realm in here instead of the Glass Casket? Duchess Teferi and Oko, yeah. The Glass Casket is good, I guess, for the Emery instead. So I guess that's a little bit better. Well, we got the Emery, so I think we will try that. So we will start off with Emery for now, since we just built it. I think Casket is fine because it's synergized with Emery. Yeah, for sure. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is say last call. If anybody wants to try and do or re-enter into it, it's exclamation point raffle. I will be doing the draw here in a second. I'm not the biggest fan of this hand. Basically really relying on getting turn 3. Guild Globe. Oh, I forgot about that. We at least have 3 now. Alright, so 3, 2, 1. Closing that raffle. Now we're gonna pick that winner. Hey, Jose. We got you.
I've got it.
Oh, that's kind of strange. My soundboard isn't working. Let me just make sure that it is. That's so weird. It like swift brown, but yeah. That is for my buddy Bomberman. You're getting 2 total, I think, today. Yeah, Guild Globe is gonna be pretty okay. guess we can just go ahead and throw this out for now. We don't really need another Teferi. I guess we could get him to like keep ramping up.
Here we go.
I guess we have to. Jeez. Sacrifices a non-land, non-token permanent. Well, I guess what we can do here... we can just let it go, so that way they get that whole doom foretold noggin. Yeah, toasty, baby. Yeah, there you go. So check your PMs on Twitch. Or do we slow him down? Guess we'll just let it go. Because we can just sack that. I guess what we could have I forget it's every player's turn. Yeah, because now he can just keep doing Guild Globes with the Doom Foretold, which is fine. Because now we'll take to all that nonsense. Oh, he did a gargoyle. Okay. What the? Okay. Wow. Sir, the mighty Captain Frost, dude. Brandom. How you doing, man? Now what? We have just 2 in here, so he can't actually attack me yet. I actually just feel like just doing a time wipe here. It's too many nasty things that he has out right now. Yeah, I spelled your name wrong. I apologize. Yeah. Are you going to TC? Oh no, I'm not going to TwitchCon. If that's what you're asking, anyways. This is very interesting. This was the same colors as the other deck that we have. The Doom Foretold is interesting. But the thing is, it's like he has to keep sacrificing stuff. So we bounce that up so we can draw again. It's interesting. Guild Globes might be something that we need to look into. So we can at least do this. Then... throw out Emery. So interesting, man. So we have just basically the owl and the gargoyle currently. Aww. Well, that's a shame.
Right on schedule.
Fairy. Pump that up. Okay.
Let's try this.
And yeah, so are you actually going Captain Frost? Alright, we got the Witching Well. Do we actually try and draw here or just do the Witching Well? Guess we do the Witching Well. Don't think we really needed the Midnight. We can just keep the Fabled Passage. So we got this. He probably has something to pop kill it. The Guild Globe is interesting. Draw a card. So the whole drawing cards aspect is definitely really nice for all of that. I do like it. And this is what we can do here at least. Oh, he's got another Doom. Interesting. Yes, I am. Lurk. All right. Thanks for the lurk, dude. Okay.
That's more like it.
So
known for my excellent timing. This might be a bad idea. I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Now we don't need any more lands. Dang, it's already 9:41. Jeez. Man, time flies.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
This is so
Stand
interesting
by
going up
and
against the
watch.
mirror matchup.
Trust
So
me,
just
I
keep
have
bouncing
plans.
it, I guess. And then he'll do the thingy thing, Doom Foretold. I can at least sack my Witching Well. This is a very interesting artifact deck, though. I wonder how this person does against, like... I guess the Oath of Kaya really helps. To be able to gain your life back and remove something from the board. So lame that it's a non-token permanent. That's not a token. It does have protection from multi-code, but it is a sacrifice thing, right? It is a sacrifice. So I feel like we need to have the midnight clock to sack to it, or we just do... Kill that dude. Thing is, do we just basically go all in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like we gotta. So now he has to sack one of his guilds, or oath, I guess, because he probably has another oath. Man, that is a lot in the graveyard, though. That really helps with one of my gargoyles. Well, there we go. I'll let him play it out for now, because I was like, that would have been nice if I got that. Because that's also enchantments, right? Pretty solid. Right? Yeah, right. And he gets all 3 of those too. Yeah. I'm just done. So that is clearly probably a better version of this deck, where you just basically, we were trying to go just like 2 colors for that, right? So that'll be something that we can definitely check that out if we just throw the black in there, right? So that was just like what? No glass caskets, probably no midnight clocks. Keep the Teferis, keep like maybe take those out. Maybe have only 2 of those. Take the stone coils out. Yeah, that wipe though. I guess so. It could have been since they were all creatures. But I wanted to get into here and see if I could Probably 3-2. Like, not too much for that. So we will fix all that stuff here in a minute, but... So there was Oaths, and there was that new enchant. I don't think, and we didn't need the Witching Wells for it. Actually, I wonder. Because it was the globes, right? Man, I'm gonna get funky with this black splash. Oh yeah, of course. Like draw artifacts, right? I don't even think it was that. It was just artifacts, and then it was new one, right? Because it was like Goose's egg thing, whatever it was, right? Golos Lantern shenanigans. Yeah, that would, I think, be a completely other deck. All right, now it's time to fix our mana. Because what do we have here? We have 7 instances of that. And then maybe what we can do is, instead of the Arcanus, yeah. Because now we have at least a bit more for like the last 2. The golden eggs, gargoyles, all that other stuff, right? So now we need to, just get into our lands here. Fabled Passages are going to be pretty key here. So I think what we're going to need to do here is just go into our rares real quick. Go in here. We're definitely going to need to do Godless Shrines. We're going to need to do maybe Opt as a cut, maybe. Godless Shrines, Hallowed Fountains, and Watery Graves. So now, if we come into 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. One, 2 for the castles. And then if we just do just 1 castle each, and then we just throw in the 2 swamps here. There we go. We'll go ahead and try and do that. We'll see how it runs real quick. Oh yeah, but the Opt. Yeah. I'm thinking that Opt could be kept in there. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see, where's some free drop? Prison Realms might be good here. So we get the Scry off. It's also an enchantment. It's a removal. It's either that or we do... Personally, I would go well over Opt for this deck or even Casket. The only other thing that I could think of, since we are running... And then 2 of this. Or a split of Prison Casket. Because I'm thinking of maybe some board wipes, right? Because we are actually wanting to get the Dance of Mance out of there, right? Because I am trying to think of... So we're getting the draws here, right? Guild Gobes and Golden Legs. Emeries are going to help us out with that too. I think Wipe is better for this instead of Kaya's. So we already have 2 wipes. Is Ritual of Soot basically just like to try and make sure that we kill all the stuff early? And should we just go ahead and do our just 2 Prison? Because now we have a little bit more of a curve going down. We also get the Scry. Because it's target creature or planeswalker, right? Because now we'll have our Gargoyles to block, getting these for our draws. Prison Realm to Scry, Emery to toss stuff down, Teferi to, yeah, bounce stuff back plus draw, Oath of Kaya for removal, life gain, Ritual Soots to try and do a board wipe. I think the BB cost is too hard to hit it on time. Oh, the black. Yeah. You like that 4 drop in there too. Just trying to see if there's any sort of Master Splicer is interesting. Just to get some more stuff out. We could also just do something where we take the Ritual of Soots out and instead do something like our Chemister's Insight to get the draws off. Either that or we just do the Arcanist Fouls just to get the 4 cost, just to get that even 4, because we are looking for artifact or enchantment cards, right? So I feel like that would be pretty good. We have our basic lands in there, and then if we just go ahead and do our rare land, we take, because that counts as a swamp, that counts as a swamp. Fable Passage, we actually do want that. I don't really think we need to get the other castle in there, because we're not really doing too much for black. Okay. I think that feels pretty good. Alright, we'll get to play this game and then 1 Swarm game, and then I think we have to knock it out. But real, I think here, let me also check this, or afterwards. But now that you're also following on here, I will be playing, you know, more once the new set hits and all the other jazz. So we can get a planes. I don't really like, I feel like this is too heavy for too early of the cards we have. Oath of Kaya would be pretty good to have. Drawn from Dream. Yeah, I guess that I just said keep. I guess we'll have to do this. We gotta get the swamp. Even though Castle's gonna come into play tapped, we need to get that just in case if we can't actually play Oath of Kaya down. Because I'm sure whoever this is going to play something pretty nasty. Okay. That is going to come into play tapped for sure. Wait. Okay, yeah, because it did. Because the thing that I'm thinking, I can just come into play tapped. The reason I didn't go with Drawn from Dreams is because Arcanist Phallus is the same cost. I get a creature, and I get to also search for an artifact. Wow, no Butcher? Yeah. Well, even if they didn't have a Butcher, right? We have that Oath to be able to take care of it. I mean, we could have had to have shocked ourselves for it, but... Ooh, this is interesting. Yeah, I guess we have to... I guess we do Oath first. We can just throw this in. Oath. Pop the Gorging Creature. We can do Doom Foretold. Time Wipe might also be coming into play here soon too if we don't get any of our white. Okay, that's not terrible. We could throw down Doom here. Because the Knight's gonna get sacrificed that way. Because red doesn't have anything for flash, yeah. Reanimator is my guess now, yeah. Some type of Reanimator. Tossing stuff, drawing some more. Because next I'll be able to throw down the Oath of Kaya. Also, I think at the... Yeah. Okay. We will be doing more, we will be doing more raffles. Cauldron of Eternity. Oh boy. So it's at the upkeep. So that's gonna have to, like, he can pay the 2 life and return target creature card, I guess, which will probably be Rotting Regisaur. But we can do, we can also just Teferi that back to his hand. Although I do kind of want Doom Foretold to stay out because he'll have to sacrifice something, right? Either we just bounce it up now and then we get to prot it. I think we just go ahead and bounce it.
If you show remorse, I'll show restraint.
Cool cards with Cauldron, bro. All right. I think Teferi's better playing. Yeah. Well, clearly. Yeah. Of course, I'm getting all that stuff late, right? So we'll go ahead and try out this Artifact Swarm deck. Just to see if we can't get that stuff off to the races and everything. Because this one we made more into a swarm. Trying to do with the Overseers and stuff. Also, what we could do, just real quick, we can just say cancel. So we can at least see what it is. Or never mind. Uh-oh. You hear that? Ooh. That was fun. Take that. We'll just go ahead and plop that down. Do Overseer, Gargoyle. Ooh. Flashy Flash. Yes. So if we do this, tap, we can do this. Well, that's very hurtful. Yeah, flash decks, right? It's basically like, oh, that seems like you're having a fun time with your other deck real quick, right? It's basically like this deck is like, oh yeah, hey, you know that that flash deck? Yeah, we only added like one other card. Some pass attackers. I'm just gonna do this. Just so I don't keep told what I can and can't do. Now that I don't play the crap out of this one, I was playing Artifact Brews, yeah. Yeah, I guess we just have to go ahead and just pay the 2 life here. Let's do this. Maybe he has another quench. Couldn't really do anything about it. However, I do believe we are going to need to... guess it's something where it's like, if we have any draws... I almost feel like we do the draws instead of Wishclaw Talismans, right? Or we could just do the talisman now. And make him have it. I guess we go ahead and just do this now. Probably do a counter on here, maybe. What can we do? Aww. Resolve all. That's great. He's at least also putting more stuff into his graveyard. Yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and pass the turn. The thing is, we have to keep pumping up the Overseer for sure. Oh, oops. I clicked it too fast. The thing is now, like, do we actually try and do Teferi? Like, actually, like, shock it and... because if they have another quench... Grilled Mystic. Yeah, probably. Or Sinister Sabotage. I'm just gonna go ahead and do all this stuff now. Just so I don't forget it. Yeah. I only need 2 more for him, and then this gargoyle, yeah. And if they don't hit ambusher, you might have this. Possibly. Nice. I guess we could just go ahead and draw a card here. Or we don't have enough. Aw. We actually don't have enough swamps. We should have thrown that watery grave out. Oops. Oh, but I guess we can scry. Steel Overseer, I think, will be fine. I'd pass, yeah. I know. I should be doing all this stuff, like, out of, in better order, for sure. So now if he does ambusher... Flash reach. Whenever another non... Oh, okay. So he's at 6 now. Yeah, I should have just waited, should have acted like I had a whole hand first. Yeah, pass the damage. So I'm interested to see this here, where it's... Yeah, I don't think we can actually do Gargoyle. We'd have to do Wishclaw Talisman and enough for... Oh, and that was a terrible one to try and go for too. I guess what we could do is Talisman. Just see what we have here in our hand. Put it in your hand. So we have basically what? Cairn for our option, but the big thing was always just Saheli, right? So I think what we'll go ahead and do is we'll just concede out of this, which is fine. We were definitely not playing our best here. So this will be our last game for the night. 10-10. I wish I could. No, of course. Ooh. Just get that out of there. So we'll try and do this one more time. And then we have what? Okay. So if we do this. This is a bad hand. I don't like this at all. This is a bit better. So with this, I'd probably say toss back the Chemister's Insight for now. Either that or we just keep all of this. Hope that, like, toss back one of these Fabled Passages. And then hope we get into at least a third land, which I think should be good with a Scry. But it's like we need to get into a toss Insight. All right. We're gonna get an island here. And then on the next turn, we can just do Fabled Passage again for a Plains. Because then Castle will come into play and we can do 2 fairy turn 3. Okay, yeah, we're going up against the Knights. Or we can just hold on that. Because then now we have 3 here. We need 4. We do need an island though. Yeah. Our 1 island. Don't want to do this. Got to do this right. Corpse Knights. Oh boy. I'll just do ops. Godless Shrine. Yeah, see, that doesn't really work though when we don't have enough. Ventress Gargoyle's gonna be good to throw down at least. Oh boy. See, just these Knight decks are definitely gonna be the big, like, oh my god. Like, I like the feel of the other one much better. Because this is, like, you're going to be running up against so many of these. Pass. So he will be a 5/6, right? We're going to have to throw Teferi down here, I think. If he pumps him up. I feel like we have to do the optics. We're gonna have to do the Teferi. We don't need any more lands for now. That's so freaking crazy. See, now it's basically like. Yeah, see, we didn't get any of our...
I am not going to sit this one out. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is Time Wipe also in this? I don't think so, because this is the Swarm one, right? And that's why I'm kind of like, I don't really think that that's really going to be that great. We're going to go ahead and just try that Emery Artifacts one last time here, because that one was so fast. But then I'm going to go ahead and call it. The Knight deck. Yeah, that's the Knight deck I wanted to see, yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like that's the Knight deck that everybody was kind of expecting to. Like, I remember seeing, like, Knights are going to be crazy strong in this format. So it's like, all right. So I wanted to try at least take this opportunity to build something different that maybe people wouldn't really necessarily see as much. I'm not a huge fan of this. We'd have to draw into a lot of stuff. Basically, like, we have to, and then of course we don't get a good hand here. We could risk it, I guess. Because it basically comes down to we have to draw a land. We'll toss back a time wipe. So we'll see. Wait, what? Did I literally toss back the land? That's dumb. I think if you're doing Steel Overseer, probably do it with the Snake plus Chamber Sentry. I think if we were gonna do Steel Overseer, we might do more green and do it Proliferate instead. Because then it's like you're doing, yeah. I thought I tossed back the time. Nope. But I think that if you do a Steel Overseer deck, I think Proliferate has to happen with that. I'm gonna risk this. I'm doing some off build that looks fun and surprising. Okay. So this is where we're probably gonna get just absolutely mana screwed. What about the green-blue counter build? Oh, is that just something that you saw that was in the decks? Those were all pre-built ones. I know there's an enchantment that lets you win if you get 20 counters. Oh, okay. Witch's Oven. Alright, well, we're drawing into good things here. That one time. Okay, nice. I guess what we do here is we do this. We throw down our Nest Owl first. And then I guess what we can do here is we can either just keep doing some of these draws here. Either that or we do Doom Foretold. Maybe? Nah, I think we have to do Guild Globe here just to try and draw. Either that or the Golden Egg. Yeah, I think we just do this. Because we actually really need to get Time Wipe into play because we only have 4 lands. Dance of the Manse, we need 4 more, so we need 8 total for that. So I think what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna do chump blocks until we get our time wipe. And then once time wipe happens, we can blow away whatever board he has. Okay, so it's just create 3, and then yeah, so we're definitely gonna get time wipe down next turn, hopefully. Or do we just gang block here? I guess we just gang block here. It's fine. Because then that way at least the Rotting Regisaur is dead. I don't really think... If this is a Reanimator deck, I can mill stuff for him. I know there's an enchantment that lets you... Yeah. It wasn't pre-built? Hey, there we go. So do we take this opportunity to take a hit? Or we get to do a cast that this turn? Alright, cool. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to do Golden Egg. We're going to try and bait out more creatures, hopefully. And then we can at least do next turn is we can actually do this one more time. Broad Emery. Would take 7. We could return Control King. Okay. Like, we are going to take a fair bit on this turn. It basically comes down to, if it's just the Feasting Troll King, we'll throw down Teferi. If he throws down a bunch of other creatures, then we can do the time wipe. So is this something where we do... I guess we do the time wipe now. And do we just block here? I guess we just block, because we're not going to be able to cast anything on that other turn, so we'll at least absorb 2 of the damage. Ooh. Guess we just do time wipe first. Guessing he'll probably create some food tokens. He'll get the opportunity to put something on top. Could be Once Upon a Time, I guess, maybe. Yeah, wipe. Great Henge. I'll be able to throw this down. I'll be able to sack it. And... okay. Well, we'll be able to at least able to mana ramp for days, which is fine. But good old Prison Realm. Remember that card. Bye-bye now. Okay. We don't need any more. We could keep doing some more lands. That's fine, because we need to get to 8 now with the Dance of the Mans. And I guess what we can do next is just do Golden Egg. Now they're just top decking, so they can just keep tapping, gaining life. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're getting close. And then we have 1. We could probably start sacking stuff and like gaining life. Bury your own egg, get an extra draw.
Sorry I'm late.
It is true. Keep on drawing.
That's more like it.
Come on, man.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Let me draw that card, please. Okay. And he gets to draw a card. Play it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dance of the Mance. All right. Well, I guess we can just go ahead and do the Fabled. So 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Keith. Maybe hold it. Well, I have a second one, so it's like, it's fine. We can also do an instant speed off it for Teferi. That is true. We could have done that. I just wanted to do it now. I wanted to do it now. Because I guess it is true now that he
I'll
knows.
protect you.
Well, we can just do it again. That is true, though. And at least now with the Doom Foretold. Okay. Block those. Because then I can pull them back with the dance. I'll go the slow roll now.
This might be a bad idea.
Exiling that feasting Troll King, though. So his witches, yeah, the oven for sure. And now for me, it's just these eggs. Troll King probably won this game. Oh, for sure. For sure. Aw, I wanted him to keep playing more creatures. Aw. I guess Teferi's gonna die. That makes me sad.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
I'll sack this. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to actually get 6 of them on the next one. I can just pop kill that. That's fine. Throw this out here. I guess we've just passed the turn. He's gonna have to sacrifice either the rider or the henge. Probably the rider. Yeah. Or I guess we could have just swung. I guess I was thinking if he had another hasty dude. At least that's what I'm gonna tell myself. Yep, there you go. Getting that 5 tree. And I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to go ahead, yeah, because he is just gaining life like a mother. I'll sack a golden egg. What? Oh, I don't have enough blockers. Aww. So I guess what we'll do here is we'll sacrifice life. And then we can sacrifice, gain 3 life. Just gain all the lives that we can. And then we'll go ahead and do my turn. And then we can just sacrifice the oath. Either that or we keep that up. Well, let's see here. I actually want to see the battlefield. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. Okay, so we can just sacrifice oath. Rather than the gargoyle. So this is where we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just 6. Or actually 7. Right? Yeah, because oath as well. Yes. So let's just go ahead and pop this Death Knight here. Reveal an enchantment card. I guess we can just go ahead and do. Let's get a second Doom Foretold all up in here. We can get this gargoyle. Yeah. 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 So I guess what we could do next is just hard cast Valid Fountain out and then get another gargoyle. Yeah. Well, it's basically he has to kill everything, I think. Alright, so he's got to fight 3. He gets to draw a card, all that fun stuff. But I have 4, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flyers out. So he needs to have a dang, he's only got 11 cards left in his deck as well. We could just mill him. Please no farm. Yeah. Right here. So card find. There we go. Yeah. That would be brutal. We can do Oath, because then we can play Oath back out. Large fry, small Coke. Welcome to the Paley Punch. Thank you for stopping by. We're just gonna go ahead and swing in with a whole mess of stuff. Get in there. It does have reach, so yeah. We did it.
Damn, Daniel.
Got it. I was actually gonna try and do one of those. But yeah. So I think that went very well. I liked it. So the only other streamer, at least on my following list, he doesn't need any raids or anything like that at all, but we're gonna go ahead and attempt to give him a raid anyways, just to see if it does pop up. It's legend. Like, he has the food token deck that I'm really interested in checking out, but what we're gonna go ahead and do is we are going to raid Legend. So thanks for stopping by the stream, everybody. Thank you to everybody who has followed. Real, thanks for following. A large fry, small Coke. Thank you for following. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, Ginny G, my mod, my girlfriend, my beautiful baby. And see her with the green sword right next to her name. You know it's real. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and raid on over to Legend now. That'll do it for us for today anyways. I don't think we're gonna really do too much more throughout the week. I might try and do maybe get cards for the next set, maybe. I don't know, as far as like the pre-order and stuff, but we'll have to see. But thanks again for watching, everybody. Really do appreciate you guys coming over here and checking out the stream. I'll see you next time.